Hello there, wrestling fans. I've just finished watching WWE RAW and TNA Impact, and what a difference one week can make. Last week I completely gave the odds to TNA, saying that TNA took a 1-0 lead on WWE RAW. Well, last night's TNA Impact, I wouldn't say that it lacked momentum necessarily, because there was a lot of action, there was a lot of intensity, the crowd was really hot, and they were into the event, especially the main event of AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. Definitely they were into it, but I would say that TNA, they lacked perhaps, well, direction for the episode of Impact, and I also think that they lacked progression throughout the night. And seriously, in all fairness, that's what a 1 week pre-taped show will do, because they taped this TNA Impact at the same time as they sent the other one live last week. I mean, delivering something 1 week later, first off, you know it's taped 1 week ahead, and it's heavily edited. So I mean, what can you really expect? The way that they put this X Division, Ultimate X match construction up all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden it was down. My suggestion is that this was the last thing of all that they taped on the Impact taping, but these kind of things. And also, yeah, great matches and all that, but why in the world do you blow away Jeff Hardy against AJ Styles match on a weekly Impact? I know Eric Bischoff is all for having big matches on weekly shows, and as long as you can make people buy the pay-per-views, that's all fair. But enough is enough, and I don't really understand why. Why do you blow away Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles? First off, on a weekly free television show, that's an awesome match people have been talking about for a long time. Why do you do it on a taped show? If you're gonna do it on a weekly show, you do it live. At least that's the logical way I would do it in my mind. So I don't understand why they did that. And there is so much going on right now. People are talking about who's the next talents in TNA now that RVD, Sting, and Jeff Hardy is in, and Shannon Moore. They've all signed a deal with the TNA and have joined the roster. Who's the next guys in line? I say right now TNA doesn't need any more talent to join them. They've already got an abundance of wrestlers on their show, on the roster. They can't even portray more or less half of them on the weekly shows. When we look at all the knockouts left out, all the wrestlers, Abyss barely was on the show last night. And furthermore, the time they get on the weekly show, if they're on the show, they get a very limited role of television. I would say that last night's episode of TNA was not as interesting as most TNA Impact shows was of the 2009, last year. I think most episodes last year were more interesting than the episode of TNA Impact from last night. That's the way I see it, and once again, I really really hope that Scott Hall and Six Pack lose this Sunday, because first off, look at Scott Hall in the ring against Kevin Nash. What the hell was that? He can wrestle, he can barely sell a move, he can barely move properly in the ring, he's in terrible shape, and the deal is, they can't just get rid of Hall and keep Six Pack. It's either both there or none of them. So I say, get those guys out of there and let's start the cleanup. They need to clean wrestlers from the TNA roster right now. I believe the Nasty Boys will not last there forever either. They need to get rid of talent. Where's Orlando Jordan? The guy is in line for a big push, as I get it. That's fine, but where is he? Sean Morley, is he still with the company? I don't know. Where is Samoa Joe? Where is Bobby Lashley? Where are a lot of wrestlers? Where is Consequences Creed? Where is Jay Lethal? I don't know. Where is Shark Boy? I don't care. So the thing is, they've got an abundance of talent, and look, compare the main event segments of TNA Impact this week to the WWE ones. The crowd at the WWE show were hot as well. They were freaking hot, was steaming hot. It was a great atmosphere. Stone Cold Steve Austin did a great job as a guest host. Fine, he did nothing more, nothing less than he should on that show. He delivered matches, he delivered segments, promos, he got the crowd going, and he was overlooking the contract signing. There were no stunners, no beers, yeah, he drank beer in the opening with no stunners, as there shouldn't be any stunners. There should be no stunners. We've seen that like 50 times already. He returns, give Vince a stunner. The storyline is between Vince and Brett, and that it needs to be kept that way, just like WWE did last night on Raw. Stone Cold arrived, he did what he should do, as I said, and like he said in his Hall of Fame speech last year, he closed his door to his wrestling career. Stone Cold openly admitted he is no longer a wrestler, hence he won't do wrestling. Doing a Stone Cold Stunner is wrestling. However, he did not close the door to WWE. But he closed the door to his wrestling career. He openly admitted and confessed that in his Hall of Fame acceptance speech last year. So that's it. Well, compare. WWE, they had the contract signing, an awesome promo that sold the match to perfection, and yes, it was a crock by Bret Hart. He didn't really suffer from broken leg. It was all a hoax. He put the cast off him, he blew Vince with it 3 times, great stuff. You also had Triple H versus Randy Orton, a great match, great match. Then you had Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles, and you had Eric Bischoff getting his haircut. Although the match between AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy also was awesome, although Eric Bischoff looked really funny getting shaved, and you felt somewhere emotionally that he did deserve it. Nah, I don't know. I don't know really. I simply believe WWE RAW came off as better. And let's face it, this is what I mean about lacking direction from TNA's part. We all know the main event coming up at Destination X this Sunday. Be sure to check out my predictions, they will be up later tonight. We know it's AJ Styles versus Abyss. I mean, in what way did tonight's show deliver any credibility to Abyss against AJ Styles? Yeah, he slammed Ric Flair through the floor, that was cool, but that did not put him over AJ Styles in any way, did not give him any advantage against AJ Styles, didn't make him look like a credible contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship in TNA. It didn't do that. And what gain is it for Abyss to count 1, 2, 3, being an enforcer for doing another wrestler favors? What credibility does it give Abyss to have Jeff Hardy beat AJ Styles on this week's TNA Impact? What gain is that for Abyss? Absolutely none. Plus, yeah, I know it's a great way to book, to make the World Championship look like a hot commodity, like something coveted that a lot of wrestlers want. That's great. That's the way it's supposed to be. The World Championship is a hot commodity. But come on, right now you have AJ Styles is gonna wrestle Abyss this Sunday on Destination X. Then we all know D'Angelo Dinero is waiting for his title shot at Lockdown, and now you got Jeff Hardy pinning AJ Styles. Yeah, a lot of wrestlers going after the title, but it's a mess. I mean, he actually lost to Jeff Hardy tonight. What's the deal with that? It's like I said, direction. You need to focus on Abyss versus AJ Styles. Save Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles till later. There's no deal to blow away such a match on a taped weekly television show. Like I said, WWE on the other hand, this night they had WrestleMania Rewind Night. You had Stone Cold Steve Austin opening the show, great fashion. Eric Bischoff is hugging a lot of time in TNA. I don't know what this will come to, but as it is now, it's simply Eric Bischoff. He's good. I don't think he's as good on the mic anymore. Do you agree with me? I don't think he's good on the mic in TNA right now. Hulk Hogan is way better, but you have this WrestleMania Rewind Night, great matches. Stone Cold come out, opens the show, gets the crowd going. Actually, then he passes once again. He passes the torch to John Cena, because John Cena enters the ring. What does Stone Cold Steve Austin do? He simply walks out of the ring, nods his head to Cena, leaves the ring. That's passing the torch right there to John Cena. Whether anyone here likes it or not, that's the way it was. Then you have these WrestleMania Rewind matches. Great stuff. Great matches, great action. They integrated them with the matches coming for WrestleMania. Edge coming in, Sheamus coming in, Legacy coming in, and you had Legacy and Sheamus standing tall as if they were the next generation of superstars. Compare that to TNA. WWE got one back tonight. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.